he's one of those guys that's just, he's so different and he's crazy.
Yeah.
Now he's a super nice guy, but he's freaking crazy. And the way he fights is awkward, which makes it tough on his opponents, even though you think, oh, to fight someone that's awkward makes it easier for. No, it doesn't, because you're not used to seeing that. No. And all of what he does, and I've seen him dropped one time, and that was earlier on in his career against Mo Law. Mo Law hit him with a big time right hand and put him down and then finished him. But he hasn't lost since that fight. And going into this one, and I thought, we talked about it, we both agreed, this is not an easy comeback for Dominick Reyes. He is in for a hell of a tough fight against a guy he's the real deal. And he's got the mindset, he's got the confidence, he's got everything going for him right now. And if he gets that next shot, whoever it be, if it's Glover that takes the title from Jan or Jan holds on to it, either guy is going to want to face him, because he's on fire right now. And he's one of those guys that mentally you've got to put it in your head, I'm just going to keep hitting you, and eventually you're going to fold.
I think Glover's got a better chance of beating him, because Jiri on the ground is not as Glover's fucking just nasty. He's levels above everybody else right now in that division on the ground. Yeah. At least the ones that come to my mind right now as we're talking about it. Glover's just at a different level when it comes to the grappling. He has slowed down, so it's harder for him.
But his chin is not as good as it used to be.
And it's not as good as it used to be, but his boxing's still pretty good. He's just slow. He's slower, but Glover, man, I love the guy. I ran into him recently at one of our last Bellators. Super nice guy.
One of the nicest human beings ever, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'd love to see him win the championship, I mean, it would be nice to see him finish his career that way, with a title. But Jiri, I thought he fought a crazy, wild fight like he always does, and people just don't know how to adjust to it. I was surprised that Dominick Reyes was in such good shape to continue to fight at that pace. And the amount of strikes he took, and when he was bleeding, I thought Dom was going to just totally wilt under pressure. It wasn't that at all.
Did not.
He just got caught with the elbow.
Oh.
It was a good fight up until that. It was a fucking back and forth. Jiri got hit with some nasty, hard shots that maybe we just looked past. A lot of people looked past, but no. Jiri got rocked. I want to say it was the end of the first or the beginning, like somewhere in the.
In the first round.
It was in the first round, right? He got rocked.
The first round, he got rocked.
You saw him take a step back.
Oh yeah, he got hit with a solid shot. He got hit with a couple of solid. That left hand touched him multiple times.
Yeah, what's funny about him is that he's one of those guys that one day he'll just keep winning and winning and winning, but then one day he's just gonna get starched and he's gonna end up like how Dominick Reyes did today, face down, ass up. That's how it's gonna end up. It's because it's like he leaves himself out of position all the time.
All the time.
Punches come from different angles. His hands are always down, and he dips his head left and right. But then again, I've been saying that shit about Dominic Cruz forever.
Yep.
And like I haven't seen Dom get starched like that. I don't know if anyone ever has. I can't think of it. No.
Nope.
So when I'm like, Jiri may just be like another bigger version of Dom with the dark, lighter hair and a really stupid man bun.
That was not a man bun.
Whatever. He couldn't get out of that guillotine because his freaking hair was stuck in it. So stupid, guys. Leave your trends at home when you're fighting. I was getting irritated just watching it because he could have popped his head out a lot sooner than that. He couldn't get his head out because his damn man bun was stuck. I was getting mad. I'm like, your stupid hair is keeping you in there. Oh, it's frustrating. It was so frustrating. If you notice, he shaved his head all the way back to where it was.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That stuff drives me crazy, John.
I can't think of there's the video game character that's got that same thing, man.
Sagat.
Cool.
His name is Sagat from Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
He's got that. I mean, overall, though, I was really, up until the moment where he got knocked out, Reyes was impressing me as well. He was taking big shots. He was all bloodied up, and he was still fucking fighting. He was throwing.
Never stopped.
He was throwing some heat.
Yep.
I was like, wow. But what does that say, though? Like, what does that say that, like, John Jones couldn't put Reyes away? And you got guys like Jiri that did it. I mean, what's it called?
Blachowicz did it, and now Jiri did it
too. So now you've got two guys that have put him away. I mean, I feel bad for Reyes because he was here riding high off the fact that like, I should have beat John Jones. I should have got the decision. And now you've had 2 losses in a row and like bad losses. In terms of like their bad losses, what I mean by bad losses, they're bad losses because you got knocked out.
Yes.
You were performing.
And in both of them, he got his nose broken.
Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, just nasty.
But he was fighting his ass off. You can't ask for anything more from a guy. You could tell that he was prepared. He was in shape. He was there to fight. He wasn't going to stop. That spinning elbow hit him perfect.
Yeah. How does Jiri do against Jan?
I think Jiri does very well against Jan. That's where I've thought in the past, Jan is really good with guys that are, very technically talented fighters. Guys like Israel, guys like Luke Rockhold. He does really well. Corey Anderson, guys that have that technical side where they do things the way you're kind of used to seeing. He does real well. You can go and start to look at it in some of the fights where guys are a little bit different. That's where things start to be slowed down for him. And with Jiri's, he's odd, man, and you've got to get used to the odd. And it's not that Jan has got power; he can definitely put Jiri out. Ground game wise, they're both very similar, but Yuri's got that. He's just got that crazy. I'm just gonna be in here in your face pressuring you, and that's the real difference. How does Jan handle? Jan likes to pressure people. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be the guy leading that dance. I think Yuri's gonna be the guy that leads it. Every time I've watched Jiri fight, he tries to lead the dance.
Yep.
And so might be both guys just meeting in the middle and staying in the middle. I don't think so. I think eventually the pressure that Jiri brings, Jan's going to start being the guy that kind of backs off a little bit just to try to get his range and his space. So how well does he do with that going backwards? Because he's the forward-facing fighter. He likes to come forward. He fights better coming forward most of the time.
But the question is, can he handle the Polish power? Handle the Polish power.
There's Polish power and there's Czechoslovakian charisma.
Oh, you're gonna see.
Yuri's got it.
He leaves himself out of position so much.
Dude, he overextends on almost all of his shots.
Yeah,
Take a look at how out of position he is. But he does at times create great angles. He'll take a funky step and set himself up that the guy is and starts to freeze, and he's unloading a shot. He throws that damn uppercut from about 12 feet away at times.
I saw that.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
But it works for him.